but that we should become contributors to the discussion. Through greater understanding, we become more empowered to enter into the debate about the future, rather than leaving it to others. But beyond simple empowerment, don't we also have a duty to become part of the discussion about our future? That is, your future? This isn't the first book about AI, and certainly won't be the last. But readers who don't have deep, technical academic qualifications or experience in computer science or advanced mathematics increasingly need to understand what is actually going on, how it will affect them going forward, how best to prepare, and what they can do about it. It's important to be realistic about the time frame involved. It wouldn't be to anyone's benefit to worry unduly today about a technology that won't be in full implementation for another quarter or half a century, but many suspect it will happen much sooner than that. In many places, there is evidence of it already beginning to happen. Industries, professions, and individuals need to be prepared, or to start to become prepared. A recent paper, Further Progress in Artificial Intelligence, a survey of expert opinion, interviewed 550 experts on the likely timescale for development of AI. In the paper, 11% of the group of eminent scientists surveyed said that we will understand the architecture of the brain sufficiently to create machine simulation of human thought within 10 years. And of these, 5% suggested that machines will also be able to simulate learning and every other aspect of human learning within 10 years. They also predict the probability of the machine having the same level of understanding and capability as a Nobel Prize-winning researcher by 2045. Of that group, even the most conservative thinkers indicated that they believe there is a 1 in 2 chance that high-level AI will be developed around 2040 to 2050, rising to a 9 in 10 chance by 2075. Who can really be sure? It's impossible to make predictions about timing with certainty. Some people might have doubts about implementation timelines proposed by academic experts. On the other hand, businesses that operate in demanding and cutthroat climates are continually looking for competitive advantage, which invariably comes from appropriate technological advances. The drive for competitive advantage, most probably through cost-cutting, will force the development timetable. To do so effectively requires business practitioners to better understand technology, and for technologists to have a greater grasp on business pains and opportunities. As market conditions increasingly accelerate the pace of change, there is a real possibility, or more like a probability, that some professions within certain industries will be using some forms of AI within the next 10 years, that is, by the mid-2020s. Whilst many organizations remain obliged to manage their progress in terms of a series of short-term goals, in strategic terms, this date is just around the proverbial corner, and they need to start working towards it now. Even if the more conservative, longer-term view that we will not see AI until 2040 is taken, the shift to AI will almost certainly occur within the lifespan of the careers of graduates and interns joining industry today. In their book, The Future of the Professions, lawyers Richard and Daniel Susskind make the case that professionals, especially those between the ages of 25 and 40, need to have a better understanding of the potential paradigm shift from the influence of technology on the way they work, suggesting that professions will be damaged incrementally. This is not an issue that will only affect individuals working at that time. Those still working today, who will have finished their full or part-time employment within a decade, will find their daily personal affairs being increasingly influenced by AI in terms of services provided to them. The issue, therefore, may not be what and when, but rather how. The problem may not be of crystallizing what we mean by AI or conceptualizing what we can do with it, but rather how it can be effectively and sensibly deployed. Some of these same issues have already occurred due to the adoption of advanced analytics, that is, predictive and prescriptive analytics. So we will attempt to consider the question of implementation from a practical point of view. Although the implementation timeframe of 1 decade or even 3 is not absolute, this book makes the brave assumption that AI, in the form of advanced analytics, will eventually be with us in one form or another, regardless of the period.